Hi, and welcome to this episode. We all love to take time for ourselves after a long day and watch a fun series or movie on Netflix. Netflix has a huge catalog of movies and TV shows, and we know that Netflix has been making more and more of its own content lately. But what big productions is Netflix actually working on? We have sorted this out and listed the major projects that Netflix is currently working on. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment if you like this video. 10. The Bird Box universe. The chance that you know this movie is very high. Bird Box was released back in 2018, starring Sandra Bullock as lead actress. The movie was watched by 45 million people worldwide in its first week. This was an absolute record for an original Netflix movie. No surprise that Netflix is now working on a sequel and a Spanish-language spin-off of this film. This will be the first project of a potential Bird Box cinematic universe. Bird Box remains Netflix's second biggest original movie ever after Extraction. 9. Bridgerton Season 2. You may already know by now that Bridgerton was made by Shonda Rhimes. This top producer behind series like Scandal, Grey's Anatomy, and How to Get Away with Murder signed a mega deal with Netflix in 2017 that the New York Times reported to be worth $150 million. Her first part of that deal was Bridgerton, that debuted in December and became Netflix's biggest TV series ever. It was watched by 82 million member households worldwide. No surprise that a second season is in the making. 8. Vikings Valhalla. A Netflix spin-off of the History Channel's Vikings, called Vikings Valhalla, is currently in production. Netflix describes this series as a saga that takes place 100 years after the original series. Dramatic events will take place of the most famous Vikings who have ever lived. 7. The Witcher. Netflix is working on a second season of this series and is also developing a prequel series called The Witcher: Blood Origin. The first season, which debuted in December 2019, was watched by 76 million households in its first month. The Witcher, that is based on Polish author Andrzej Sapkowski's fantasy novels, which also inspired the hit video game series, will also get an anime movie. 6. Avatar: The Last Airbender. This animated series produced by Nickelodeon dates back to 2005. Avatar: The Last Airbender was extremely popular and Netflix seems to know this too. Because when the series arrived on Netflix last year, it surged up Netflix's own daily rankings of its most popular titles. That's why Netflix is working on a live-action series adaptation from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Unfortunately, there is no release date yet, but we do know that it is definitely coming. 5. Lupin Season 2. Lupin is also one of Netflix's big international hits. The first season was viewed by 70 million people in the first month. With the enormously exciting cliffhanger, it was already clear that a second part would follow. In the meantime, Netflix has also dropped a teaser trailer and it looks like we can enjoy Lupin again this summer. 4. Video game adaptations. In addition to the many adaptations from books, Netflix is also working on various video game remakes. One of the remakes is a live-action series of Resident Evil. This series will tell a brand new story across 2 timelines. Another project is content based on the Assassin's Creed game franchise. The first series in the works will be a live-action series, but Netflix's deal with game developer Ubisoft also allows Netflix to develop animated series and anime based on the games. Lastly, Netflix is also working on a Tomb Raider and a Sonic the Hedgehog animated series. This last one will debut in 2022. 3. Money Heist Season 5 and Remake. Money Heist is a very exciting series that has been around for 4 seasons now. Season 4 was watched by 65 million people in its first month. The Spanish-language show exemplifies Netflix's push into international originals as it tries to grow in promising markets and sustain its streaming dominance around the world. Beside the 5th and final season, Netflix is also working on a Korean version of this hit series. Recently, the makers of Money Heist have also indicated that spin-off series are certainly also a possibility. 2. The Old Guard 2. Netflix hasn't yet announced a sequel to this hit movie, but it would be a surprise if they weren't thinking about expanding this universe. This is because The Old Guard is Netflix's 6th biggest movie ever, with 78 million households watching in the first month. 1. Extraction 2. Extraction is Netflix's most watched movie ever. The film was watched by 99 million people in its first month. A sequel is therefore inevitable. The film was written by the writers of Avengers Endgame, the Russo brothers, and they were commissioned by Netflix to write the sequel to Extraction. The Russos are also working on an Extraction spin-off film that might build up the other characters in the film, including David Harbour's Gaspar. Don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel and comment if you like this video. Thank you for watching this episode.